All right. Welcome to the Manny Draws channel, my friends. Trying something new today. As you can see, this is not a live stream. This is a little bit more edited. This is an edited video of sorts. I don't really do these a whole lot, and I'm messing with DaVinci Resolve now because Adobe can suck my butt cheeks. Okay. Anyway, learning a new software, working on a new project, have a new newsletter, have other new projects in the works, dude. It's been busy. Okay? And if you haven't heard before, my buddy Bailey and I do a podcast. We put that on Spotify called, some call it Fiction. And basically, Bailey reads me a story or tells me the spark notes of it, and I kind of just make fun of it or whatever. He reads it, I don't. That's the that's the log line. It's a lot of sci-fi stuff in there, old sci-fi stuff. Anyway, if you're interested, want to have a laugh, go ahead and check that out. Been working on that with him every so often when we hang out, do a little drinky poos, have a few little drinky poos, and then we talk smack about this stuff. Anyway, speaking of new projects, you can also see that I'm inking up a new page of sorts. What is this? It's a project I'm working on with Ben Roberts and Sam Romsberg. Those guys have worked on Children of the Grave, and Sam Romsberg just released Hound not too long ago. We had a sort of interview on the YouTube channel a while back and on Twitch. Cool dudes, friends with those guys. They pitched me an idea, and I just couldn't say no because it sounded like a lot of fun for me. So it's going to be a lot of monster slaying, but also a lot of 80s vibes going on. And Ben sent me the soundtrack that he put together, or a playlist that he put together on Spotify, and I was like, you and me are the same. And I just immediately started working on it. So I've been working on a lot of character turnaround sheets for this, trying to figure out the characters, figure out the sort of style that I want to go for, experimenting with a different tool. As you may notice, it's not a Pentel Pocket Brush pen, it's not a brush pen, it's not, a dip pen or anything. It is a full-on brush, and I'm dipping it, and I'm using it, and I'm inking with it. And I didn't have any Bristol paper with me, so I just used 12 by 18 Kanzen watercolor paper. Can't even speak. So, testing out a lot of different things, and I feel like that has sort of helped with the grittiness of it too. Like that watercolor paper in general is helping with those dry brush techniques and everything going on the page. As you can see, it gets very gritty, gets very textured, and as you may know, I am a texture person. I am a fan of said textures, okay? So it's going to be a lot of fun. Working on the next page right after this. I kind of wanted to get used to DaVinci, figure this platform out a little bit, or this software, I should say, and then I'm going to get back to finishing up the next page. But, trying new stuff, trying stuff out, trying to get the word out there about my work and everything. With this project and podcast, I also have plans to work on a YouTube series of making comics videos, and I kind of want to dive into the ideas behind comics, writing behind comics, thumbnailing, penciling, inking, all that stuff. There's plenty of videos out there on YouTube, right? But I feel like they don't go from the very beginning to the very end, and that means like putting it out there, putting it into printers' hands, like Mixam.com, or, Comics Wellspring or whatever. I don't feel like there's enough of that, or at least, quality I haven't found. So I'm gonna be working on that. That's the next step, is to try and go from point A to point Z in terms of creating, and then hopefully that'll help, the next person out there, and try and get their, hopefully that will help you get your stuff out there, and everyone else. Hopefully be a good guide that I wish I had. I was like, how does Mixam work? How does Comics Wellspring work? How does this work? Am I doing this right? There's a lot of those kinds of questions. And now, to me, I'm trying to find a new printer in terms of making even higher quality books, right? So, there's searching for that kind of stuff and trying to get quotes and everything. So maybe I'll dive into that. We'll see. I'm still in the planning stages, so it hasn't happened yet, but I do want it to happen. So with that in mind, with that happening in the background, with everything happening in the background, right, I'm also planning out the next anthology, and with that said, I'm also planning out my story to go alongside that. And my story I've been working on for a while now. Been doing a lot of sketches and concept work for it every so often. And I think I want to start diving into that solo book pretty soon. Once I'm done with Ben and Sam's issue, I want to dive into mine and hopefully get it in front of a few people, get it printed, have a full issue done, and maybe another anthology coming out next year. We'll see. I put a lot on my plate. There's some other stuff happening in life right now too, so we'll see if all that works out. But all that's happening. Posting on Substack, trying Substack out, trying to get that going, growing, and see what happens. So that is in the works, my friends, and yeah, I've been working on this new project with the brush, experimenting with it, trying to figure it out as I go, like everyone else. Hopefully it's good when I'm done. But we, Kevin and I have some ideas for Renowned. I have an idea with Bailey Powell in the works. I have a solo idea that I want to do, and the collab I'm doing with Ben and Sam, which is pretty fun. Just monster slaying and all that stuff. And if you want to stay in the know about everything, do sign up for the newsletter, and do check out the Mouth Breathers Guild website that Kevin was able to put together, and set up a store. So if you like the books that I make, that we make, then you can actually go ahead and support us on that platform, which is our website, mouthbreathersguild.com. You can check out the Ramai's book that I was working on a few months ago. You can check out the Renowned books, and you can check out the anthology, our previous anthology that we just launched in June. So check that out, my friends, and I appreciate your time, and I hope that you are drawing right after this video, or writing, or doing something, or maybe you're like, I need a break, dude, and you want to play a game. Cool, play a game. I don't care. I want you to have fun, dude. Anyway, thanks again. I'll see you next time. Hopefully this video was cool. You let me know. Let me know in the comments. All right, peace out.